Tell me when we're on. Here we are. Welcome to the ABA, proudly brought to you by Peach Boxing. March the 2nd, Auckland, New Zealand. With you tonight, GladrapChannel, Isaac Savage, and to my left, two-time national champ, bronze Commonwealth Game medalist, Troy Garden. Welcome aboard tonight, Troy.
Thank you for having me. I'm enjoying tonight.
So far, so good. We've had the likes of yourself, Andre the Renegade Mikhailovich, on the star-studded, action-packed night. What a night it's been. Every single fight has been an absolute barn burner.
It has been very enjoyable to watch. I love watching these types of fights, so it's great.
Sometimes we go along to these fight nights and you're kind of looking around between each fight, texting away, seeing what other people are up to. But every single fight tonight, regardless if we're up here or in the crowd, eyes have been glued to the ring. They've been on their feet, standing up, making noise. It's been a hell of a night.
Yeah.
Now we've got Jesse the Maniac Maio there in the red against Paul Mullaley out of School of Boxing there in the blue. The Maniac, very aggressive fighter. Like Andre talked about earlier, they like to come forward, they like to be aggressive, and they like to box. Going to be interesting to see how he comes up against Paul Mullaley there in the blue.
Okay, so Paul is a southpaw, and we've got orthodox in the red, Jesse.
Just as you said too earlier, Troy, what is up with this resurgence or surgence of southpaws?
I told
We're seeing
you,
more
I'm
and
seeing
more
them.
as time goes on.
It's unbelievable. They're just coming through. They upset everything. No.
Yeah, and as I was saying earlier, step to the left. They should be, as an orthodox fighting a southpaw, move to the left.
Which he did nice there to shot to the body.
But Paul Mullaley there, he's switching, not angles, not stance, but he is moving to the left and the right. I've seen him fight before too on a couple of the Irish fight nights, so he certainly knows how to throw. But Maniac Maio has had a few fights of his own, so once again a well matched up fight.
And look, that was a simple just double jab in there, and that was nice.
Big right from the Maniac.
As I say that, the other opponent gets him.
But Mullaley is keen. You know, he doesn't look even phased by that. He got rocked again though. He's holding his guard high after that one.
So key for... Oh, nice.
Maniac coming forward now.
Stay in there.
It's looking like a bit of a barroom brawl with that combo just thrown there from Jesse Maio.
You see how effective it is when you throw your two as an orthodox fighter on a southpaw, because that's where he's landing his shots on him.
Just as you said, I saw that pierce the guard of Maio, but Maio now using pure aggression, and sometimes we see that when a boxer gets frustrated or outpointed by a different style. If Paul Mullaley just sticks to the plan and pierces that guard, he could edge forward.
Nice. Did you see that uppercut up through the middle?
Exactly. Great round.
It's a 2-minute round for these.
Start there.
2 minutes, yeah?
Yeah, this is a 3x2 minute round.
Okay. Feels really quick when it's 2 minutes now. Like, I'm so used to 3 minutes. I go, 2 minutes. This is nice.
What would you be saying too? I mean, look, as we saw the Maniac there come forward with aggression, you know, at times he was getting clipped, and as you called, that right was coming through. So what would you be doing there in the blue corner or saying to your fighter for this round number 2?
Well, I'll probably be telling him, I mean, the red's aggressive, right? So I'd be telling him to keep him out. And, and the blue has some lovely straight punches, so I'd throw them and then I'd get back out. If he stays there, he's not going to win an exchange with the red, you know? So that's all I'd be saying, really simply, is that blue just needs to keep him out, keep him at bay, and give his shots in nice and straight and then get out. Even if he can get on an angle,
It's always
you know.
tough, though, isn't it, fighting a maniac or an aggressive fighter until they gas out, in a sense. And we're going to see what happens now in round 2 as Mullaley comes forward, taking a bit of a leaf out of the Maio's book in this round. But then Maio just coming forward now, wild style.
There is nothing worse than someone that stays on you fighting, and so, you know, if Red's doing exactly what he needs to do is by frustrating him is staying there.
Exactly,
so
it's like the Energizer Bunny, right? One of your worst type of
exactly
opponents to fight.
Wherever you go, that person is. So blue really needs to try and keep him out. You know, get in, throw his combos, get out, get on a new angle.
You know, I can't think of a worse type of opponent, a super technical guy or just an aggressive maniac And it just makes a very stylistic, interesting matchup. And what we're seeing here tonight is both of these guys seem to have a bit of a similar style. Though it's not like Mullaley's not aggressive. He's just not as aggressive as the maniac Jesse Maio. Just as I say that, no, both guys are, we're edging into the middle of round 2, breathing heavier now, but still looking relatively comfortable. Yeah, it takes a
nice
couple on the chin.
By the blue.
But they're both gamers, they're both keen, they're both edging forward. Not one guy is looking like they're at a disadvantage or taking a step back. They're both looking like they're in this to win it.
Which makes me think his corner, Blue's corner, has actually said to him, look, I want you to come forward. So, which is not a bad thing to have said at all. And we're talking completely opposite to what I said.
But we're talking about in between rounds, as your trainer, Terry or Isaac or Boaz, whatever they say to you, how much is comprehended, and then how much do you take into the ring into that next round?
It's so important. Like, I mean, when Terry's not in the ring with me, it's hard because, you train with them 6 days a week, boxing.
Well, his voice becomes the one that
as soon
you
as he says
with.
it's the only one I hear when I'm in
piercing.
there. Yeah.
And it's the only one that you can either hear or listen between rounds, really take from, words or verbal to action when you go into the next round.
At the same time, you're going to get, especially now when traveling with the, you get with New Zealand, you get different coaches, right? And sometimes, if you're drilled enough with what your style is, they will just compliment you, and you can almost remember what your coach would be saying back at home if you were in there. So,
but it's always good. It's like I always. You know what it's like for a fighter, and I talk to fighters all around the world, and they love having their right-hand man, their coach. Their coach is like sometimes closer than a family member to them, because they go through the thick and thin, hell, sweat, tears, they're there for you, and they're the one that, between these rounds, really get through and help you get through some of your deepest, darkest moments. And I'm sure Terry does that for you, and he's such a great,
I wish he could
trainer.
come with me, I wish I could have him in my corner for all my fights, but unfortunately I can't. But that's all right. You grow stronger as a fighter. And
well, he's certainly going to be there in 2 weeks' time.
Yes, he will be there, along with the New Zealand coach, which is really cool. So the two of them can work together. Hopefully, I believe that's what's happening anyway.
Who is the New Zealand coach?
Hasn't been named yet.
What about Shatford?
No, I don't think he has applied actually, but I don't know.
As we go now to, as they say, the money round, both boys going for a hammer and tong. Relatively close fight so far, but I would edge, not that I want to call anything too early, but I would edge Maio a little bit possibly ahead in the fight, but it could be 1-for-1. But Maio's certainly the aggressor so far. However, it could come down to this last final round. Holding out the guard there, or holding out the jab as he goes in with the kill shot. Maio certainly loves to throw that big right overhand bomb.
What I'd like to see from Blue is he throws his combos, get back and do the second phase, because he could actually land some good shots on Red there, but he's just stepping back and not throwing. Yeah,
he likes to throw just the 1-2, but as you just alluded to, he
doing
should
the phases are really important.
With a couple more.
I say that, but and sometimes I don't do it actually a lot of the times, it is hard to do. But it's a great thing to do, is to come back and throw again and again and again, because they don't expect it.
Well, that's the thing, and that's what can sometimes win, regardless if it's clean or messy, is at a relentless pace. I mean, Maio's not throwing heaps of combinations, but he's relentless. And just as we said that, he caught one over the top of Paul Mullaley's head, dropping him with that kind of relentless, crazy style.
It's always so exciting when these things happen.
Ten-second clapper now. Beautiful finish to this third round. The Maniac certainly coming through and showing what it's all about and how these Peach boxing boys do.
Good work by both those.
both fighters. This was actually a rematch from last time. Big ups to Paul and Jesse for their efforts once more. And the judges have scored this contest unanimously in favour of the red corner, Jesse.
There you have it. Jesse, the Maniac Maio, taking away that win. Well deserved, though. I mean, a couple of knockdowns or one knockdown. Certainly aggressive. What are your thoughts on that one, Troy?
Yeah, no, I would have called it that way, definitely. But, you know, Blue made him have to work for it, so it was good. It was good.
How was that, bro?
Good. What he didn't mention is we both got expelled from St. Peter's too. Hey, just thank you everyone for coming out tonight, supporting New Zealand boxing and all the boxing. A lot of you guys have travelled quite a way, so thank you heaps. Without you guys, we can't put on nights like this thing. So thanks heaps, guys, on behalf of Beach Boxing and whatnot. Thanks, guys. Get home safe. Don't drink and drive.
What a beautiful message there from the Maniac. Certainly living up to his name tonight. Via unanimous decision, Jesse the Maniac out of Peach Boxing.
A Peach t-shirt for $40 up the front and support this co-op. Speaking about travelling afar, our next fighter has come all the way up from Christchurch